You didn't play around with me. I mean, you had to listen, and we worked as hard as we can, and we had success in our football program. In 10 years, they won 5 games. And when I took over my first year of coaching, we won 5 out of 10. And we did get better. The football coach they had, he got fired. Well, he asked me and said, "Have you ever played football?" And I said, "Yes, sir." And he says, "What do you know about football?" I said, "Well, in Gary, Indiana," I said, "I was a football coach and I played football for 14 years. And he goes, "Here." He says, "Sign it." I love football, and I've been a football coach for 55 years. My brother Julie Rykovich and Steve Rykovich were the ones that helped me to understand what football was all about. Do you know that I am Croatian? My mother and father never spoke English. I flunked 4th grade, and then I learned more about English, and that's how I started to grow. The first time I ever hear any bad words, "You do not play football for me," because we told them that they were going to work together, and there is none of that bad talk, and it's something that they have to do. I was 5 years old, and my brother Julie, he jumped in a car with a buddy of his, and he had this little seat that is at the bottom of the car. He went into the house, and I jumped up into the car, okay, and I covered it up with a blanket, and they took me up to Lew Wallace. And when Julie went to practice, I jumped out of the car, and I went to the track, and I'm laying on a field, and somebody comes up to me and they go, "Who the hell are you?" And I said, "That's my brother." And they said, "Julie Rykovich." He came over and chewed me out and said, "How did you do that?" They didn't even know I was in the back seat. And but then I got chewed out. And when they brought me back home, they said, "You cannot do that." And I said, "Well, I wanted to watch you play football." I did sit-ups, and do you know how many sit-ups I did? And the kids that were watching me, 500 sit-ups. Well, I'm telling you, and you know, people can say what they want, and if you're going to do it, it's here and it's this, and this is it. And I did 500 of them. You know, those are things that you learn. I can tell you that if somebody tell me and like, you know, try to hit you and I'd say, "Hit me." And you know, all I have to do is just hold up like this, and they go, "Punch," and they go, "Well," they said, "Did that hurt?" And I said, "No." Manitou, in the years that I coached, we won, I think it came out to be 223 wins. I'm now at 85, and it's a little different, but I still watch football. I even watch the NFL, and there are some that don't even spread their playmen. They're all down tight, and for the defense, they can kind of smash them sometimes. And when you do the single wing, you cannot beat us. I love to see them win, and that's what I am hoping that we can have the players. It's not about me. It really isn't. You know, I teach them and they play them. I have numbers of letters that have been sent to me and saying, we certainly thank you for teaching football at Manitou. And I knew that was my important thing, because, and I leaned that from my brother Julie, because he taught me what to do, how to do it, and I took after it.